All right. So thank you very much, guys, for inviting us. Very excited to be here. So I'm Franziska. I'm one of the co-founders of Edurino. We're doing a new way of educational gaming for kids that is loved by parents and kids alike. And I brought Jens today. His most successful game of Wooga made over €1 billion in lifetime revenues. So Jens, how come you invested 3 years ago? What convinced you?
Yeah, what convinced me to invest into Edurino? Yeah, so I love games, obviously. And games for kids are always very, very difficult. Basically, nobody has really cracked it. And I really love this hybrid approach that Edurino has, where you have the app, and you run the app like you can see here on the family tablet or on your own device, on your own phone. And then you have this little pen and the figurines that you buy that give it this haptic experience. It also it's a key part of the business model. And this hybrid approach was really, really great. And then you had this hypothesis 3 years ago. It was just the two founders, nobody else, no employees. And they said, yeah, our product, from the kid's perspective, it's a game, but the parent thinks it's education. And that is kind of marvelous, a miracle, really, if you can achieve that, if you can turn that into a product, because usually you have educational apps for kids, they don't want to use it, they are boring, or you have the stuff that kids want to use, passive entertainment, but then you melt their brains. And if you can have screen time where kids love it because it's a game and parents see the educational value, that is really the best. But it was unclear if that would work, right? And now you have over 10 million euros of revenue per year in Germany alone, grown 4x last year.
Yeah.
How did you do it?
We want to continue to do so. So actually our core value is customer obsession. So what we really did from the beginning is combining quantitative data and qualitative insights. So we are each week in kindergartens, nurseries, preschools, at home testings to really understand, observe how kids play and learn and how we can support parents. And the second is that we do have this data layer. We actually understand from a data perspective how kids, I mean, it's usually a black box in the preschool age, what kids actually do and how parents can support them. And by combining that, we're actually making awesome games for kids, which are actually engaging. So you want to compete with the Paw Patrols of this world. And you turn screen time into something really valuable because you convince the parents you have the pull factor of both. And this is where the magic happens, so to say.
Yeah, and this customer focus, by the way, also was one of the reasons that convinced me 3 years ago. Yeah? You were sitting next to kids in kindergartens, next to parents, really observing, talking to them. And you still do that, right? Almost 100 people now. And yeah. Whenever I'm in Munich or whenever I meet an employee, they're really obsessed and customer focused and obsessed what the kids think, what the parents think, what the kindergarteners, the teachers think. So what's next?
Yeah, so we are on a strong growth track. We are a new way of educational gaming, and we do see 3 main value drivers for the next year. So the first one is we are creating our own IP, which is very strong. So we are creating those engaging stories and characters, which we can actually scale across different channels. So YouTube, Netflix, so you actually make screen time into something engaging, interactive, and meaningful. Second is we are this unique family companion. So we are not only a product for the kids, but also for the parents. So through the data that we are actually communicating to the parents, we are actually able to create a unique learning journey for the kids and to hyper-personalize that. And third one, we are creating a solution that not only works in Europe, but actually is a solution worldwide. So great education should be the factor for each country. And we do see that it's going to work in different markets.
Yeah, but when you expand, I mean, you started in Germany, you launched in the UK a few weeks ago. It's not just translation, right? There's a little bit more to it, isn't it?
Unfortunately not, yes. So the translation part is really easy for us, obviously, with tech. So we do have our products in English already. But what really makes the difference is the small nuances that you find. So to give you an example, for every one of you, if you type the number 9 into your smartphone, it looks the same. But for example, if we do it by handwriting.
Should we do it? Should we do it? Because it's different. I promise you it's different. Yeah. Take your finger and write the number 9 in the air. Come on. Really. Write the number 9.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the difference? Did anybody see?
So school is a couple of years ago. So in the UK, for example, you end like that. And in Germany, it's like the small round at the bottom. So in the UK,
it's like this, straight line, right? And in Germany?
It's a small round at the bottom. So that is a good example that the detail is important. That makes games actually awesome. And that's why we do have local teams. We do have a very diverse team already across Europe. We hired the first talent from the US. And next step is going to be the US, which is pretty exciting. Yeah,
I look forward to be part of this. Maybe to wrap this up, you collect a lot of data in the games, right? You talked about how you want to be a family companion. You track the learning progress. You can tell parents really, hey, your kid is developing appropriate to its age, or maybe it needs more support, or it's really super interesting how you help parents with early education. Yeah. But with all of the data you collect, maybe as a wrap up, as a last thing, is there any specific data point you can share?
Yeah, I mean, maybe one fun fact is that we see the highest engagement on Sunday from 6 to 7 a.m., which makes really clear that, I mean, parents want to have a good night's sleep, right? And use Edurino to actually have a good feeling. But also, we see that we are the alternative to any passive screen time. And this is so amazing to see how kids play and learn with it. Yeah, it's really, one of my best friends, I gifted him a few months ago a starter set, and he has a 6-year-old, right? And they do exactly what you described. So when the 6-year-old gets up on Saturday or Sunday morning, the deal is, okay, there's the family tablet with Edurino. You can play for an hour. After 1 hour, the app automatically shuts off. And when you're done with that, you wake us, parents. Yeah. So he now tells me every Saturday and Sunday he has 1 hour more of sleep. And he's like a different person, and he's very thankful for that. And that's what you're paying for. Yes, that's what you're paying for. Yeah, okay. Thanks, Franziska, for sharing these stories. Thank you very much.